All right, what is up, everybody? My name is Joel Fernandez, and welcome to my Gateway Experience, episode 9. Thank you so much for tuning in, and the purpose of these videos is to document my journey through the Gateway Experience focus tapes. So right now I am on Advanced Focus 10, and today was my sixth day doing it. And if you haven't seen any of my other videos, please go ahead and check those out, as I will be referencing quite a few of the points that I've made in those other videos in this video. And I want to start out by saying that, man, I woke up late today. I didn't even go to sleep that late. I went to sleep later than I wanted to, but it was like 11 when I fell asleep. But I was working like all day yesterday, and from like 8:30 to like 11. So maybe that's why I was so tired last night. But I was also, it's not so much that I was tired physically, it was more like my brain was kind of hurting at the end of the day a little bit, and I really enjoyed my dreams. I was just having a great old time sleeping in, you know, and that's awesome that I can do that. So I'm very thankful for that. But I woke up at like 10, maybe a little bit earlier than that, but yeah, that's like super late for me. As I've stated before, I want to wake up like way earlier, around like 3:30 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. And that's the first thing I want to talk about is that I did set my alarm for 5:30, just because I'm kind of slowly pushing it earlier and earlier. And I was having like the dreams that I was having, I can't even remember them. But I just know that I was having a good time. I do remember bits and pieces here and there, and I'll kind of talk a little bit about that, and you guys will get to peek into my brain as to what is going on right now. And the first thing I want to talk about is I was having fun with friends. Um, Let me mute this because I don't want this to be going off. So sorry about that. Um, Technical difficulties. But yeah, I was having fun with friends in my dreams. That's the main thing that I can remember. As far as like my earlier dreams, then I'll talk a little bit about the ones that came after. And I haven't been talking about my dreams recently. I don't know where that just went off. I just put it on Do Not Disturb. But yeah, so um, I haven't been talking about them recently too much. Um, but I did in like the first two videos, and I think since then I haven't. So I'm excited to talk about some of the things that I'm kind of encountering now, and that's mostly because I haven't been remembering them. I'm sure I was still dreaming, but I wasn't really remembering what I was dreaming about. And so the main thing that I was dreaming about last night at the beginning stages of my REM cycle, I guess you could call it, was I was just enjoying like friends and like some kind of astral. I think I was flying around, and I just remember like right before I woke up, I was in this really fun state and dream of like being with friends, and to the point that I was like above my body, and I think I remember looking at my body right before I woke up. And what I mean by that is my body was sleeping in my bed, and I was looking at it, and I was there with some friends, and they were like they all got together and said, okay, well, we've had enough fun, so he's got to wake up now. So how about we wake him up? So let's wake him up in three, two, one, and as they said that, my alarm went off for 5:30. Now, what does that mean? I have no idea. It's like there's so many ways to look at that. The way I remember it personally in my experience, without analyzing it or rationalizing it, is literally what I just said. The thing about it though is that I was having so much fun that I was like, I'm gonna go back. So I went, turned my alarm clock off, and I was like, guys, don't worry about it. It's okay. I'm just gonna go back to having fun. So we just went, and then I slept in like quite a bit. And I remember, my wife getting up with the kids, my son kind of shaking me and, waking me up, and then going back into my dreams. And another dream that I had was bizarre. Um, there was this guy that was like in a suit and a tie, and I guess he was like flying around the city, and I was kind of like, I guess I was observing what he was doing, and he was going around doing business, and it wasn't necessarily like the most ethical business, but he was just so focused on gaining power. And I just remember I was like, man, this is such a contrast from the dream that I was having. Like, and so for whatever reason, like, I don't remember these specifics, but after that, uh, I just remember like someone asking me like, if you had to choose, which one would you choose? Like your dream job or your dream family? And I was like, oh, family in a heartbeat. Like that's just such a black and white decision. Like no problem making that decision. And then I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm done dreaming. That was kind of crazy. That was like at 10, and it was a little bit earlier, maybe like 9:45. And then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and start my day because, man. So whatever we can read into that, but yeah. And so I went ahead and did my things that I usually do with my affirmations. Actually, I spent a lot of time with my wife because I guess my son was stressing her out, and before I did my affirmations and everything, so we played around. I threw them around in the bed and everything so that he could get some energy out, and so yeah, then. Um, After like another hour, so like right now it's 12:11. So at around 11, I was able to come in and do my morning routine, which is just reading my scrolls and my affirmations and everything else. And I just got out of the shower. So after doing my 30 minutes of the Focus 10, so, yeah, the reason why I'm talking about my dreams and all these other things is because I think that's a big part of the gateway experience, and I think it relates quite a bit. So, and I haven't been doing that in the past few videos. So, this being episode 9, and me having those dreams and slipping in, I thought it was very well related. So, uh, whatever they mean. Um, but another thing is last night when I was doing my advanced Focus 10, I was like seeing faces, like all kinds of faces. And even today when I did my Focus 10 meditation and practice of the Monroe tape, um, it was towards the beginning, it was going well. And I think I don't know how to say this, but I guess I'll just be very like raw with my experience, the way I perceive things. So like I woke up, I was very much at peace, and because I had gotten so much sleep. I mean, we're talking about like 12 hours almost of sleep. So I have no reason to be anxious or anything like that, but my wife was having a hard time. So I got to spend like that hour with her and with my kids because they were just overwhelming her. And afterwards, after we spent that time together, she felt great, and I started feeling some of that anxiety. So I don't know if you want to call that like a transfer of energy or whatever it can be said for that. But obviously, I can soak it in, and that's the reason why I do my practice. And so I just wanted to preface that because going into the practice, that's how I kind of felt was just very irritated, very irritable, and I had no reason to feel that way. I don't perceive other than that cool, like somehow explanation of like it was me dealing with the kids the entire morning and me being overwhelmed, but it wasn't. So I think that's quite interesting. Um, but that's how I felt. And so going into the practice, I went ahead and put all that kind of into my energy conversion box. And then I did my resonant energy breathing, and that helped quite a bit. And then going into my reval, it felt very natural. At first, I was very at peace, and I was very calm and serene, and I felt great. And going and doing my rebound and having it cascade over me was very effortless. It felt very light. I feel like before I was making maybe a little bit more effort to have it manifest around me and for me to feel it. This time I felt it very effortlessly. And it was also not as dense or as heavy as I feel like I was making it out to be before. It was very light and almost like opaque in feeling, and and so it just felt natural, and it felt good. Um, Maybe because it is my sixth day doing it, um, but then I went into. I also, since it was, I counted how many times um, they do it in the practice based on the auditory signals that they give us with the ocean waves crashing into the shore, or that's kind of the sound that it sounds like. And I did it one time. What I mean by that is I did the balloon one time, and I just felt it go out, and like the energy that I pulled in my mind and in my head, I allowed it to flow out from the resonant energy breathing. I allowed it to float out, and I did that one time without the tape, and then I counted, and they do it 4 times with the tape. They kind of make that noise, and so I did it a total of 5 times, and then another 5 times afterwards. So it's a total of 10 times. One being just like easily and feeling it, and without twisting it around your body, and then the second time twisting it around your body and allowing it to kind of circle around. And then going into my focus 10, that was good as well. It felt a little bit twitchy here and there, but also I could feel very much at peace and very present, and I felt really good. Not nearly as twitchy as I was yesterday. Um, and it wasn't like I was very twitchy yesterday either, but it was like 1 or 2 twitches today. So I went into it that way, and it was great. And then coming back out, and I felt very present as well in my mind. Maybe because of how much sleep I got, I don't know, but my body felt very much asleep, and my mind was very alert, much more alert than before, I think. And then similar to yesterday, but because I didn't twitch nearly as much as yesterday today, um, I would say that I had a deeper state of my first Focus 10 today. And then my second Focus 10 was also deeper than the first one, like so similar to yesterday. But both, I say overall, were deeper than yesterday's. Um, and in my second one, I saw colors in my vision. I was seeing all kinds of shapes and things forming around in my visual as my eyes were closed. And then um, it was interesting because I was looking to kind of do some projections, some kind of like leaving my body, but I don't think it was really that. I think I'm not there yet. I think me visualizing and me actually being able to like move my astral body are two different things. So that's kind of what I was doing now. I'm not really sure, I'm not there yet. This is only focus 10, so um, I only have to do it 4 more times, is what I committed to myself. So I'll find out as I go along my journey. But I do know that I didn't feel like it was me trying to like leave. I could feel that it was me visualizing myself leaving my body, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so that was my experience. And then, after that, my practice ended. And so it's not palpable. It's not as palpable as like reality is what I want to say. But I did do it. Like, I did like walk. I felt myself standing up, but not really. It's not myself. Like, and I could also, I just kept coming back to my body. It's more like me visualizing myself standing up while my body is staying uh, here in this chair. So it's hard to explain. Um, I'm not there yet. I think I'll know. I'll know when it's happening. Like I'll know, kind of like my dream last night when I was watching over my body and I was with some friends there, and they were like, "Hey, it's time to wake him up." And so that felt way different than like the practice today. That felt real. Like that felt like it was really me with friends. I can't identify them. I would like to though. So that's my practice. And so if you guys have questions for me regarding this, I know this is episode 9. So um, yeah, we're plugging along here, and I'm looking forward to doing more of these. So yeah, I would love to communicate with anybody that is watching these. So if that is you, feel free to reach out, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.